Alright, here's a system that I got for 40 bucks off of Facebook Marketplace. I had a Corsair. Actually, the guy was selling a case. He said case was $40. He doesn't know what's in it. He doesn't know if it's any good. But he said it worked at one time and it just got parts taken out of it. So apparently it might still work. It's been kicking around in my garage and wherever for 6 months or so. And I said, well, 40 bucks, something might work in it. Or maybe I can make use of the case or something, you know. So I, let's see, it's a Gigabyte, to be upside down for you, Gigabyte Z97X UD3HBK Black Edition. Got 1, 2 fans, 3 fans in it, and it actually came with this GTX 970, and he threw in, said it had no memory in it, but he gave me these 2 sticks of DDR3 RAM. I think they're only 4 gigabytes each or something, so I didn't even look at them really. I just snapped them in there. I can't tell from all that mess. I'll figure it out soon. But they look cool with the red. And then it's an i5 chip. I don't know if I can get the right lighting on here. It's a junky i5. It's i5 46. I'll wipe that off. I'll take the cooler off here. i5 4690K. Okay. So I checked that out. There's no goop underneath of it. Pulled the cooler out of it. Another fan, by the way. Cleaned the residue off the cooler, and made sure everything was kind of connected here to a degree. Gave it power. Motherboard lit up. Fans turned on, and then I turned it off. So let me get the cooler back on here, and see if it'll post, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I can make it into a workable PC again. Give it some life. Especially since it's got a little gamer card. Older one, of course. Let's try it out. Just the little bedroom workbench. So we've got the cooler mounted, fan mounted. I think it did a pretty good job of it. Seems solid. All the basic wires are connected, meaning I've got the power switch here routed, a USB header, 24-pin connector on the motherboard here, and all this non-modular power supply crap hanging out of the way. The RTX 970 is a little bit floppy. That concerned me when the case was upright and I got it. This was bent down pretty far, just hanging there. So either this needs to be laid on the side and operated, or support or something put in here, something to secure that. And I've gone ahead and connected a USB keyboard and mouse, HDMI output to the video card, and the video card does work. I've actually used it in another system that I had out here a short time ago, or at least the power's up. I don't know if it's got the full potential it's supposed to have, and power connected. And start with this. Oh, I got a light on the GPU. That's a good sign. And I'm gonna try the power button here. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got fan lights. Fan on, fan on. Cooler fan not on. GPU fan spun up. Everything's back off again. Oh, back on. CPU spun up again. This fan's off. Oh, blinked out again. Turned off again. See any indicator lights? Got some cool like LEDs on the motherboard, which is interesting. Here, no beeps, no nothing. And the fans just turn on, and motherboard seems to be coming on and going off. It's not powering off by that switch. Maybe it's just a switching issue. Is it even a power button? Oh, wait a second. Hold on a minute now. More stuff powered on when I did that. So what is that button? So now is it staying on? No, blinked out. So what's this button here? I was clicking this one on, but now that thing's coming on. What's happening here? Something's gonna burn up. Maybe I need a manual for this case or something. What are the buttons we got on here? Nothing. So is this a reset? This must be a reset. This must be a reset. And this is power. Is this fan here took off and lit up also? Let me see, no output here. Oh, blinked out again. How do I find out what's going on? Let me see if I got any more RAM I could maybe throw in there. See what happens there. See the GPU fans are kicking on and off too. There it goes again. Off. And the motherboard will try again, light back up, lights back up, and the GPU fans take off and then die. And then this dies, and that dies, and this thing here never comes back on. Very strange. I'm gonna try this switch, kill everything. It's still blinked on. That's weird. All right, let's turn this back on here. Nothing but GPU light, and then I'm gonna try. Okay, that's definitely reset them because it doesn't have power. Now I'm gonna hit this to power it on. I get that one time. That's the only time that fan comes on. This one comes on, that one comes on. Cooler fan never comes on. GPU lights up. And then eventually, this will die. And with it, the motherboard LEDs die. Yep, comes back on, tries to power back up. Nothing. Let me investigate for a minute, see what I can figure out. Well, holy schmoly cow. Look at that. I just put in this weird ancient 2 GB PNY memory. Thing lit right up, all the fans. Not the cooler fan though. CPU cooler, I need to check on that. And I've got this. No bootable device, as expected. Let's go to BIOS. Wow, look at that. Huh. Haha! Okay, I might be able to do something with this then. But before too much time passes, let me figure out this cooling fan here. I plugged it in this little CPU cooler, CPU fan spot right there. Thinking that was good. Let's see if I have another option somewhere. Huh, that's exciting. Got it up and running, installed Windows 10. Ran all the Windows Update on there, all the drivers. Got NVIDIA's GeForce Experience in there for the GTX 970 with only 8 gigabytes of really, really slow DDR3. Might be even DDR2 or something if it's backward compatible to it. I don't know what that is. Those orange sticks. I just had them in my pile of stuff and put them in there, and the thing booted. So I got that going. The CPU fan still doesn't work. The temp sticks around 34 degrees Celsius, and it's been running for a while, and it's not even warm at all. So the little i5 chip isn't really doing a whole lot, I guess. But I should try to get that fixed. I can't find another header to get power off the motherboard for it, but I'll try swapping with one of these other fans and see if I can get it running, just to troubleshoot if it's the fan or the connector I have it hooked up to. I still have this giant octopus Medusa mess of cables I need to tuck somewhere. I found a little 160 gig Scorpio Blue drive just to put the OS on, just to see if I can get it working. But I've actually got these 7200 RPM much larger drives here. These 3.5-inch drives. I think they're both a gigabyte a piece, or 1 terabyte each. I might put one of them in there. Close up the gates in the back. Put some kind of a post here to hold the GPU in place. And then just and then some bay covers here that I don't have. Other than that, everything actually seems functional on this thing. I might just button up the best I can as quick as I can, get the fan working, so there's nothing actually defective in it, and give it some more storage, and make it look pretty. And there's another computer. It works. It's not fast, but it works. Maybe I'll find some more RAM. I'm gonna experiment and see what other DIMMs I have here. See, I've got a bunch of laptop RAM in there that's actually pretty decent. But I don't know what I have here for this stuff. We shall see. But yeah, well, I'll have one more bit at the end of this video, I guess, when I put it all back together. Alright, so I pulled the CPU cooler fan off and put it into another 12-volt connection, and now it's running. And it's kind of funny in the camera. I found a system fan port right down there. So I don't know if this one right here that's marked CPU fan is dead, or it's just not turned on in the BIOS or something. I really need to find a better. Maybe I can't run the fan all the way over. Well, maybe it will reach. I mean, that'll reach. Oops. That'll reach over there. It's kind of awkward, and I won't be able to control it as a CPU fan for temp stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna try to reconnect it down here and see if there's a way to turn it on and off. Maybe it only comes on when the temperature reaches a certain level. I don't know, but at least the fan works, and the system is working. And I found a mount for this little 3.5-inch mechanical hard drive, 160 gig Western Digital's, or Scorpion Blue, whatever it is. And I took all that mess cabling from this power supply, doesn't have modular connectors, and shoved it in this little hard drive bay. And it looks like I might be blocking that fan. Yeah, that's not good. I didn't notice that. Let me make that a little more secure. Yeah, so all the fans function. I just need to get that one working on the CPU cooler. Maybe I'll try it and see if I can turn it on and off. I'll look in the BIOS settings. It boots up nice and quick to Windows now. That's good. And I found this little twist tie here that I was able to put on the frame of this GTX 970 card and on this little hard drive caddy tray, and keeps it from falling down and from wiggling, so I can actually put the machine up right now. So let me work out this fan, and then I'll button it up, and hopefully that'll be the last bit of this video. So I think I'm done with this one now. Some weird Enermax case. It's seen better days. Could use a little wipe down still. It's got a little acrylic side panel here with some ventilation. I think it's really mid. Okay, so it's got an older Gen i5 chip, 8 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM, a GTX 970 card, and a 160 gig mechanical hard disk sitting here in this very easily accessible port. So I think I'm gonna maybe Amazon or eBay some building accessories so I can get that done, and these other PC projects here, like some bay covers and some gates for the rear. So it's got some holes in the back here too. But at least it's functional. All the ports are working. All the buttons are working, and all the fans are working. I don't know if you can see that inside there, but I got the CPU cooler fan running too. Actually, I can look through here at it. There you go. I don't know if they're RGB or what, but they're all white right now. 1, 2, 3 white ones. I pull the cables out of the way there. There's room for another couple fans, whatever you want to do in there, I guess. But I don't really have use for this PC. I'll find somebody to give it to, some young kid that wants to figure out a little bit more about computers. I guess it's an Enermax or a Strong Enermax case. But it's got unactivated Windows 10 on it, with everything updated and running. So that's kind of cool. It's my little tester keyboard mouse. But that's that for that one. Happy I got it working. Cost me a total of $40, and I think $2 for a SATA cable that I got in a bundle. But yeah, Corsair 750 watt power supply, RTX 970, the Gigabyte Z97 something, Black Edition motherboard, Western Digital 160 gig mechanical hard disk, and 8 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. And it works. Junk sale turns into something usable.